it'll be 2 years by the time I step on stage in June, July from the first debut time that I did it. And definitely in a better headspace going into this prep than I was last time. For my first show, it was shortly after I kind of really took online coaching, full time. It was also the time where I moved 1,000 miles to Florida 8 weeks out, and that obviously was an incredible stressor. I'm just looking forward to this time around, this prep, like being in my routine in my own house with the people that have prepped with me before, my roommate, but also people that understand and have my circle of people. But I'm excited. Currently sitting at 21 weeks out. Me and my coach Mike, we've always kind of preferred longer preps, to have just a little bit more time to assess fatigue, practice peaks, and just make sure that we show up, 100% and really confident in the package that we're going to bring in. This time around, I'm going to be competing at the national level, looking to, achieve my IFBB Pro Card in the men's physique division. Last year was kind of like just to get my feet wet into bodybuilding, see if I liked it. So I did one NPC regional show, and then did pretty well there, won my class, and pretty much came in second in the overall. And then I did summer shredding for Alphaland, and that was a blast. That honestly, that show was arguably more competitive than my NPC show. It definitely was a high level, almost national level show. It was incredible. So this time around, the plan is 21 weeks out. We're gonna do a show locally in Florida sometime around June. And then our first national show is gonna be in my hometown, in my home state of New Jersey. So I'm super excited to get my family the opportunity to see me compete at the national level at my first national show. It's gonna be NPC Universe in Teaneck, New Jersey, July 5th. And then depending on the outcome there, we have that second show, USA's in Vegas, which again is an also really, really high level national show. And it's obviously in Vegas, so that would be a super cool experience as well. Starting prep, I was around 203 to 205. And me and Mike were able to pull off around 30 pounds. I think the lowest of my 2023 prep was around 173, which was nuts. And we competed the first show around 175, 176. And then in summer shredding, the second show, we went with a little bit more of a fuller look, and I was at 178. Okay. Currently, starting prep, I'm right around 219, and I'm leaner. Okay, means visual abs, more insertions and lines. I'm to the actual naked human eye leaner at 219 than I was at 203, 205. And that being said, I'm really hoping to have that stage weight to be right around the 188, 190. I think that would be a really full and professional look. So I definitely feel like I put on what 10 to 12 pounds of muscle, if you will, in the year and a half, which again is pretty rapid in the overall sense of
I just really don't
packing on
understand
muscle.
what 10 pounds looks like on someone's frame, especially when you already built out 10 extra pounds of mass. Ridiculous.
Yeah, 10 pounds of muscle, 1 pound of muscle, it takes, a month or two to build if you're on it, if
Yeah.
you are absolutely on it. So the fact that I truly believe I put on at least 10 to 12 pounds of tissue from the last time that I competed. And that means, actual muscle tissue because I'll be 188, 190 stage lean versus 178 stage lean. So, I'm hoping to be even leaner and more detailed and peeled, and obviously stay in the 190s. My personal arrogance, confidence, and cockiness leads me to believe if I am over 190 on stage, I will win a pro card. First meal of the day. Everyone thinks it's the most important one. I don't really care about that. It's definitely my favorite though. I think people overthink the most important part of the meal. I think the number one thing is, are you hitting,
your macronutrient, your micronutrient, and your overall caloric goals? And are you doing it via like whole foods? Some people can get away with things that others can't. For me, like I've never really run into digestion problems. And because of that, you know, can I put 2 meals together where someone else might kind of, you know, feel that effect? Yeah. So for me, I'm about to make a big ass meal because we're filming all day today and I don't know the next time I'm gonna get in the kitchen. So we're gonna double up pretty much meal 1 and 2. And that never really causes any negative side effects. But again, point is, as long as you get your good quality foods in, fruits, veggies, micronutrients, antioxidants, you get your macros in, you hit your protein, you stay within your caloric range, and your digestion's good, I would say you'd be good in my book. 3 eggs, 150 grams of egg whites, some sourdough toast, and probably because I'm gonna double up, I'll do Greek yogurt with berries, granola, and honey. And that will be, oh, and for fat source, Kerrygold grass-fed butter. That or avocado, usually is my 2 breakfast fat sources. Usually meal 2 is a Greek yogurt bowl, but because we are in a time pinch today, we are going to double up meal 1 and 2. I'm gonna do like probably 300 grams of non-fat Greek yogurt. This is like the this is like the sour cream tasting one. It's 0 fat. That's what the fruit and honey is for. If you are in a calorie deficit and you like eggs and breakfast foods and you are not using egg whites, you are missing out because you can literally make the meal double in size for less amount of calories and higher protein if you just use egg whites. So this is something I have every morning, kind of just helps me, number 1, clear out the tank, but 2, gives me, again, more fruits and greens, micronutrients, and creatine. Normally I'd say you kind of want that around your workout, but for me, with just all the craziness and business and just all the things I got to juggle, I just get it out of the way with early. And I feel like a lot of people have just so many misconceptions on literally the most studied supplement of all time. Just get it in 5 grams a day. Don't overthink it. Is it more optimal to put it around your workout? Sure, but realistically, it's so marginal that to me, I don't really know the difference. I just stay consistent, taking it every morning. And then the glutamine's for recovery. It can help digestion. And it pretty much is just like an overall recovery support supplement that I take in the morning as well. And this is our morning cocktail. People call me a meathead, but do meatheads perfectly organize their bait and tackle supplement box?
Yeah, basically.
I think not. So I'm gonna take a thyroid, vitamin D3, K2, IP6, metformin for my blood glucose and A1C, bergamot, a complete vital, liver, kidney, omega-3 from Revive, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Probably more pills than half of you take in a lifetime, but you know. If you're getting the right supplements, it's still an investment in yourself. Plus, for what I'm doing, everything matters, man. Timing of food matters, supplementation matters, you know, how long and your just overall longevity in the sport matter. It all adds up. You know, if I miss a day of supplements, no big deal. But over time, there's a lot of people that in this sport completely and utterly reject and neglect their health. And to be real with you, I have other plans outside of bodybuilding. You know, I have 2 businesses that I really am looking to, scale and take off. You know, I want to maybe open a 3rd with this buddy right here. I want to have a family. I want to have a life outside bodybuilding. So like, the expense in the supplements to me, it doesn't matter the price tag. What I get from taking them is just longevity. More than likely on Fridays, it's more chest and triceps, a little bit less on the delt focus, just because I kind of touch up delts earlier in the week. For those who don't really understand the men's physique criteria, they're really looking for, number one, abs and V taper. They really want that aesthetic beach body, small waist, broad shoulders, Superman chest, and kind of that like pretty boy charismatic look on stage. You really want to just look good standing like a statue. That's kind of Ryan Terry is the epitome of what you want to look like. The dude just stands there, smiles. He's a good looking dude, and you're just like, the eye just immediately goes to him. So realistically, in the upper body at least, obviously you want your legs to fill out your shorts, but it's definitely more of an upper body focused division. Side delts, lats, so you get that V, and upper chest to kind of give that like upper shelf, and your clavicle, really kind of helps you stand out and makes that stage presence. It's honestly less about arms. Arms honestly take away from your delts and your physique. When you really look at like a Superman action figure style, anime character style physique, you really prioritize delts, width in the back, and then the upper chest. So those would be my 3 key muscles that, for the division that I'm competing in, I have to really prioritize. So a lot of the focus in our training is going to be really like incline movement focused, and Friday's a little bit lighter, where Monday's a little heavier of a push day. This day we're really going to focus on training more of the muscle rather than moving the heaviest amount of weight. At the end of the day, like, you're really going to grow muscle, you got to push it to beyond where it was used to going. You need to push it past its limits, and so you're going to risk the element of the risk reward factor. Yes, you don't want form to break down to the point where the juice ain't worth the squeeze, if you will, but if you're lifting 110% by the book, you're never going to grow a crazy physique, man. You got to add a little personality, a little bit of momentum, a little bit of pushing the pace, and essentially, increasing the risk of injury, if you will. You have to push past prior limits if you want your muscle to grow. You give your body no reason to change if you do not push past what it's been accustomed to do. I mean, just like, let's think about it. It's like, you go and if you go to the gym, you do the same weights every single fucking time, why does your body have to change? What stimulus are you giving to force your body to change?
I'm a friend of Matt's, actually. I've known him from the gym in Jersey for years. We would just work out together, bullshit, and then we just started talking more and more about fitness, real estate business. Then finally took the dive and knew we were gonna work together fitness-wise. I finally signed up with Matt about 1.5 years ago, and it made all the difference. I was used to working out on my own, but I never had it dialed in. After working with Matt, my body completely changed. So my struggle, most likely, I would probably say, was nutrition, and also probably working out a little too much. The first thing Matt did when I signed up with him was reduced my cardio and took 1 day off from the gym a week. I was going 6 days a week. He scaled that back. The rest days made a big difference. But really dialing in nutrition was first and foremost. you know, you have that mindset of like, I've always been in decent shape, gained a bunch of weight about 7, 8 years ago, and then I kind of lost most of it on my own. So you have that mindset like, oh, I could do it, I could do it. But to get to that next level, you need someone to help you, and that's where a coach comes in. If you really want to take your fitness to the next level, I highly recommend working with Matt and his team, but just in general, getting a coach. In any aspect of your life, if you want to up your game, you got to work with someone that's been there before. You know, we always think that we're the smartest, we're not. We need someone to guide us along that's been there, and they've done it with other people to help get to them to that next level.
All right, guys, workout done. Finishing up with 100 push-ups. Got about 25 more. Session went well, felt strong, felt full. Partially because I had a burger last night and I put it to good use. But guys, this is my first YouTube video and I'm absolutely loving the journey so far, and I'm excited to document this prep for you guys, be raw, be transparent, and just, you know, be myself. I just want to show you guys kind of the behind the scenes on what a day in the life of a business owner, someone who works in fitness and obviously is doing something kind of in the radical extreme sport of fitness. I just want to be genuine about it. I just want to be raw, so you guys get a full sense of kind of what it's about. And, you know, if you guys are potentially interested in doing it yourself, the sacrifice you need to make, the lessons that you can learn, just the overall value you can derive from these videos, I hope at least changes one life. So that's all it's about. So we're 21 weeks out, excited to keep documenting the journey, and stay tuned for round 2.